Before we get into today's video, I need to remind everyone I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence and take it all as entertainment only.
Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.
What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. I hope, of course, you're all well. Today is actually Sunday. I'm getting this video done today because we're going to talk about the way I'm going to play this stock going forward this week. We actually covered it initially only last week. It's 1847 Goedeker, the multi-bagger, baby. It's been nothing but good to me, and anybody that follows me on Instagram, and if you don't, you should, because that's where I give you sort of an update on how my trades are going. This one, I did a video on last week. We talked about what sort of rises potential we could get to it, but the idea potentially of it all was a swing trade. It's nothing but a swing trade, guys, and that's exactly how I've been trading it. I've been swinging in and out of it all week, and anyone that has me on Instagram will have seen that I completely and utterly sold out there, and we'll talk about sort of how the weeks went for me and how the gains have been. I have over 50% profit on this treat, and it has been a treat, guys, and I'm not done yet. But before we get into it, guys, can I ask you please to like, subscribe, grow on the channel, all that good stuff, help my brother out. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, guys, so last week we talked about the 1847 Goedeker. We talked about the potential for it to be over $5 and the reasons behind that. If you haven't found out about the stock before, this is your first time coming to the channel, I'm not going to repeat myself for anybody that has watched that video, but for those who haven't, here is the link. Go on, check it out, have a view, see what the hype is about. This is their website. You can see all different types of home products, of appliances, dishwashers, laundry, refrigerators, cooking, furniture, home goods. I mean, it's a big, huge setup that's in America for all these types of products. Again, with the, as I talked about in my other video, is that with the construction industry, with housing demand, everything growing because of the pandemic, people are wanting to do a lot of refurbishment of their house because you can't travel, the restrictions. People are just going, you know what it is, I'm not going on holiday, let's just spend money in my home. So that's why I believe at these prices, you know, you potentially could actually keep this for a lot longer. You don't necessarily have to do it as a swing trade. So I'm going to be in and out of it, but at least I have the confidence there behind me that I can swing it. When worst comes to worst, if it does drop, I'll buy a bit more. I'm confident that this will continue to bounce back, and if you know, if you haven't timed it right and you do buy it and it does pull back, don't be afraid to buy in, but do phase your money in. That would be my way of safeguarding yourself. Okay, guys, so if we just pull up the charts here, we did the video. I started buying in on the 2nd of June, and different prices, 216, 218, 208. Then I bought a bit more the next day at 240. The thing was flying, guys. Did the video here, and as you can see, guys, it just went on an upwards trajectory. Thing was going really, really good. And I was looking at the charts, keeping an eye on it, because that's what you got to do with swing trades, guys. You've got to keep an eye on it. I mean, the intentions are, yes, potentially hold it for months, but at the same time, the indicators are telling you to buy, buy, sell, sell. This isn't a diamond hands one. It was purely jump in because you believe you can make money on it, and that is exactly what we've done on this one. And then I posted on my Instagram, guys, that it's sold out, and the reason that it's sold out is because of this, guys. The RSI was telling us, guys, we were going into an overbought territory. Things were getting a bit ropey. The MACD graph had switched over. This is on the R chart, by the way, guys. If you actually put up the daily chart, it ended up on a red day. It wasn't too good, guys. Put back up the R chart again. You know, we just had our big rise of 337. Unfortunately, I didn't get out at the absolute peak. The charts hadn't told me what I wanted to do. I actually got out on the 10th, posted it on the Instagram, told you how I was doing it. My average price was about 220, give or take a bit of extra. So roughly, guys, it was between 45 to 50% profit on that. I was absolutely delighted with the return, albeit I only had about £300 in it, so it wasn't huge money. I'm not going to retire on it, no way. But it was a nice little swing, guys. Over the course of 4 days, you know, 300 in, 150 quid profit, the whole 450, 60 pound. I just take it all out, and I've been watching it ever since. The MACD is showing that we're on a real downward turn. The RSI is starting to come down, and as you can see here, you know, it's been a bit of a bumpy road. The candlesticks are showing us that on the hourly. However, the last candlestick on Friday before play was a green stick. It wasn't a full one though, so it will have to wait for a proper, better indicator. But if we look at the weekly chart, you can see it was green. It's still green, good plenty of volume around it. If we actually have a look at the volume, guys, it's the average volume is in around 7 million. We're currently at about 10 million, so the volume's quite high, but it has dropped over the week. So why has the price went down? Why has the volume went down? What was the catalyst? Well, we've got the catalyst, guys. Part of the reason why I think there's been a bit of a pullback is that they hosted an investor conference call. This came out in June the 7th to discuss the acquisition of Appliances Connection and recent developments. They announced that they were going to do this on Wednesday, June 9th. So let's have a look and see what it's all about. And I advise everybody that's thinking about this stock to listen to this now. I think what's happened in the conference call is, the key takeaways for me were that deliveries will increase. They're getting back on track following the whole pandemic, which is brilliant. And they also went out to say that they will have growth year on year, which is brilliant. So like I said, this stock could be a long-term hold. It's something of interest to me. I like to swing it. I'm going to keep swinging it because I don't see why not. I'll let the charts tell me when to buy and sell, but I could definitely see me swinging this for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, even a year possibly, depending on how the financials. We'll keep monitoring this one. But the Q&A really brought it down. I think, the first person on it just talked about the dilution of shares and how, as a long-term shareholder, even though it's only been IPO for like 10 months, but as a long-term shareholder, he felt he got shafted, I think was his words. And it is what it is, but it has had one hell of a drop. But I think for us, anybody looking to buy this now, this is a great opportunity, possibly for the long term. I'm going to swing trade it. Definitely listen to that webcast and get me on Instagram. I'll tell you when I buy back in, but I'm buying back in this week. I think the indicators will tell me. I would love to get it sub 280 in and around that price. I am going balls deep again, and we'll ride this up. The next price target's got to be in and around that $5, $6 mark. It has got to be. So I still think there's great potential to get in and around anything below the $3, which we're currently at, and ride this right up to $6. But guys, I'll just continue to monitor this. This could become a long-term hold. I'm not saying that it won't. I do think that this has got a wee period here of there will be extra interest in buying products for your home. We will see. Swing it for the next 3 months and we'll just see how she goes, guys. And I will keep you up to date on everything, guys. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit like, all that good stuff. Help me out. Also down in the description below, you'll see links to free trade where you and I both get a free share of the £200. I recommend that. Trading 212 is not a little longer accepting anybody, and they haven't for a long time. eToro, it's good enough, but it's not great for your spreads. Really, really dear. Speaking of spreads, if you go down, you'll also see what I use for day trading, which is Colmex Pro. Very, very low fees, far better than taking the gape on the spread. So free trade if you want your free commission trades, but if you don't mind paying but you want to do day trading, I definitely recommend Colmex Pro, and those two things are down there for you to check out. And there's other links there to my writers' articles, to the equipment that I even use for YouTube and stuff. So yeah, check out all that good stuff, guys. I will catch you tomorrow in the next video. Peace.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Something that happens by chance, I think not.